Hey everybody, it's Stacy with As the Tea Brews. Today we're going to start filming reviews of all of the teas in my summer Old Barrel Tea Company seasonal tea box. It's going to be fun to explore these teas and see what I think. It actually says to drink most of these iced. There's one or two it mentions hot, but I'm probably going to drink all of them hot because that's how I roll. I drink hot tea. I like hot tea. So the first one I want to do is Prickly Pear and Jasmine, and this is a green tea and rooibos. And it says it's melon-like, earthy, and floral. It has green rooibos, sencha, pear pieces, hibiscus, safflower, white monkey green tea, jasmine flowers, and natural flavors. So it says on the little sheet here, it says to steep it for 4 minutes and to serve it iced with a touch of salt cedar honey. So I'm gonna make this hot, but I am also I may add just a little bit of that salt cedar honey to try along with it. It's 175 degrees since it has a sencha in this also. Okay, I have my tea open. It smells really good. It smells like melon, and I don't smell a whole lot of the jasmine in there. I do like jasmine, so hopefully I'll taste it. I'm trying not to spill this tea everywhere as I scoop out some. And this tin opened very easily. If you've seen some of my videos about their tea club boxes before, some of their tins have been very hard to open, and that one opened quite easily. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my hot water and we'll set a timer for 4 minutes, and then we'll add some of that honey. I'm waiting for this tea to steep, but in the meanwhile, I'm going to get a little scoop of the salt cedar honey, and this is probably at least my second jar of this honey. I do enjoy this honey a lot. It has a nice kind of rich flavor. And this is from Old Barrel Tea Company also. So I have these tiny little egg spoons, and I like to use these for my tea. I'm not sure how much honey that is. I just kind of fill up the spoon a little bit. It's probably about half a teaspoon is my guess. And I'll just set it in my teacup while I wait for my tea to steep, and stir it in that way. While we're waiting for my tea to steep, I'll show you guys how I've added some red, white, and blue to my little coffee and tea areas. So I have a red and blue mug here. I changed my little sign to Hello Beautiful. That has nothing to do with 4th of July, but I thought it was cute. I have some strands of red and blue necklaces. I don't really know what those are called. They're just kind of like little beads and a little ring that I stuck on there. I have a red towel with some star banner on it. And then I've stacked a red, white, and blue mini teapot. 2 of these are For Life stump teapots. And the other one, I can't remember the name of that one, but it's more of a round kind of little teapot. And those are probably about 14 to 16 ounces in each of those, I believe. I have a red, white, and blessed mason jar sign, along with a picture from a 4th of July party a really long time ago. The kids were pretty small there. And then over here at my hutch, I have added some touches of red, white, and blue. I have some different cookbooks in red, some jars and kitchen utensils. I have like a star there and a banner up at the top here, and changed the little bird to a red bird and changed the wreath. I don't have a whole lot of red, white, and blue. This is kind of mostly what I have. I have a couple other items in the house, but not a whole lot. Okay, our tea is ready. So I'm just going to pour this in. Now, I don't always love sencha by itself. It's a little grassy tasting to me. Hopefully I like this blend because I don't always love sencha plain, but there are a lot of other things going on in this, so I'm excited to try it. We'll just give it a little sip. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to sip on this one and let you guys know for sure my final thoughts. It's not bad, but sometimes I need to get through a whole cup before I decide for sure. I think this one definitely would be good iced, but I don't really drink iced tea. Okay, I did end up enjoying that last cup of tea, but I think I would do it without the honey next time, and I think I would enjoy it just as much or more without the honey. Okay, next I'm going to try horchata, and this is a rooibos, caffeine-free. It says decadent, nutty, and cinnamon kick. And the ingredients are red rooibos, cinnamon powder, and natural flavors. So it seems like there's not a whole lot in here. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and brew this one, and I'll try it plain, and then I'll decide if I want to add the honey and the cream. These tins are kind of hard to get the tea out of at first because they're so full. Okay, I'll get about a teaspoon here. Put it in my pot. You can see the cinnamon dust just flying up when I dumped it in. I will grab my water and we will steep this for about 5 minutes and try it out. So my tea is done steeping. I'm just going to pour it, and then I'm going to give it a couple minutes before I try it because it is very hot. Okay, so I just took my first sip of this, and it's actually not bad just as it is. It's very warming and comforting. I'm not sure if I would like it more or less with the cream and honey, but I think it tastes good just like this. So I'll probably just drink it like this. Maybe next time I'll try adding something else. Okay, so it is the next morning, and I already had some coffee. I have that every morning, but I am going to try this orange cream popsicle. This is a oolong, and I am just going to, actually, I think I'm going to start just dumping tea into my teapot when I first open these because they're just so full. And I'll just kind of guess how much to put in there. So I think that looks about right. I'm going to add water that I've heated to 185 degrees, and then I'll let this steep for 5 minutes. And I'm just gonna, it says to do it iced with cream and honey. I'm just gonna try it plain hot because that's what I do. So while this is steeping, I will tell you guys that I did actually really enjoy that horchata, and I didn't add anything to it. And I ended up drinking it, half of it cold, because I just got busy and I didn't get to it. And so I think it was still delicious. I drank the whole cup. I think it would still be really good iced or hot, and like I said, just plain too. Okay, so my tea is ready. It's been 5 minutes. So the orange cream popsicle oolong definitely tasted mostly like oolong, kind of like a creamy, milky oolong, but it wasn't overly strong. And that cream or the orange flavor was just kind of in the background. It wasn't as strong as I thought it would be. So this was actually really nice hot, and I think it would be good iced also. But I did enjoy this tea hot. So for my next cup, I'm going to have the white peach lavender sage lemonade, and this is the one that is in their medicine ball recipe, and that recipe is actually really, really good, especially if you're not feeling well. But it combined white peach, lavender sage lemonade, and I think it was peppermint, and I only had a peppermint and ginger tea, so I added that one with both of these teas and honey, and I think that's what it was. But in my last video that I did on Old Barrel Tea Company, the unboxing of these teas, I did add a link to that medicine ball recipe, a short that I had done on that. And so if you want to check that out, I'll try to remember to post it here under this video as well. But these tins come so full. It's just, I feel like the first couple cups, I kind of just have to scrape some into the teapot. Okay, my teapot is still wet, and that's why it's sticking down there. So I have my water heated to a white tea temperature, since white peach is a white tea, and I will steep this one for, it says 3 to 5 minutes, so I'm going to go with 3 minutes just to be safe, and we will see how it turns out. Okay, my tea is ready. So this tea smells really fresh and nice with the lemongrass in there. You definitely smell the lemon scent. Okay, that's a really nice blend. I actually really like this. I think it's kind of refreshing and nice. And it for sure would be good iced too, but it's very good hot. Okay, so I just have 2 teas left to try. I've got the Peppermint Lemongrass Herbal and the Tropical Cinnamon Sangria. They are both herbal teas. So I'm gonna try this peppermint one first. So I'm just gonna, again, dump some of the tea into the teapot since it's kind of too full to stick a spoon in there. And it says it is minty, fresh, and invigorating. It says serve hot or iced and unsweetened, 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna do 5 minutes this time and we'll see how that goes. I really enjoyed this tea. It was kind of a fun, fresh take on a traditional peppermint with that lemongrass added in. Okay, I've got one tea left to try. This is the Tropical Cinnamon Sangria. And this tea is one that I've had before. And I actually used my whole tin, or the rest of the tin, I had about half of it left, to infuse some wine to make a sangria per a recipe that they had sent out. And I don't remember what this one tastes like hot, but it did infuse very nicely into that wine and tasted really good. So I'm just going to add about a teaspoon or so to my pot. This one says it's tangy, fruity, cinnamon kick. And it has hibiscus, schisandra berry, guayusa, beet powder, coconut slivers, licorice root, cinnamon chips, and natural flavors. And so we'll steep this one for about 5 minutes. And it says it's good blended with mango paradise, serve with honey and ice. So I think I have mango paradise. I'll have to try that one another time. We'll just let this steep for 5 minutes and we'll come back and give it a try. It's been 5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and pour my tea, and it is a bright pink, kind of a dark pink reddish color. So I think it did say it had hibiscus. It has beetroot powder in there, and hibiscus. So let's give this a quick try. Okay, that tea is definitely tart on its own like that. So I think that this one needs some honey. I think this one was really good infusing the wine. I'll have to try it mixing it with the mango paradise tea. But right now, let's just add a little bit of honey and give it a try. Well, let's see what this says on here. It says to serve with cotton honey. Okay, so I've grabbed my cotton honey out of my cabinet. The taste of it like this, which you might very well like hot, but it's fruity and tart, and you do taste that cinnamon in the background. Okay, so I usually just kind of dip my spoon in and just use that much honey, and I use like a small spoon typically. This tea is tart enough, I might need more than that. If I don't like this hot, I'll probably let it just cool and then try it cold. If I put it over ice now, it would most likely become too watered down. Okay, I think it does need a touch more honey, but I don't want to re-dip the spoon. Oh, here I have another one I can use. We'll just add a little bit more. And I really haven't added that much honey. These are small spoons, and the honey, this honey right now is still really liquidy, so it kind of, most of it ran off the spoon. Okay. Yeah, and this one definitely needs that honey. I do think it would be good iced. So out of all of these teas, this is the only one I would say I don't love hot. The rest of them were really, really good hot. And I think that they'd all be even good just plain, without cream, without honey, just plain. There was one that I didn't get a try on its own without the honey. I think it was the prickly pear. I think I would prefer no honey in that one too. So I'm pleasantly surprised and happy that I enjoy all of these hot, because I was worried that they were all ones that had to be served ice. But I think this is the only one really that would be the best iced. Although I'm sure any of them would be delicious iced as well. But as you guys know, and I've said it before, I just don't drink a lot of iced tea. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and leave me a comment below if you tried any of these and what you thought, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.